Alright people, what is up? This is the voice Jay Pradhan only on Radio Nagarik 96.5. Yet another episode of The Lounge, and truly it's going to be a musical episode because I've got these two veteran singers, and yes, हामीसँग चाहिँ धेरैजना के भन्छ सेलिब्रिटिजहरू आउनुहुन्छ यहाँ, उहाँहरूले टाइम दिनुहुन्छ, एन्ड राइटली सो यहाँ चाहिँ यस्ता सेलिब्रिटिजहरू हुनुहुन्छ आज जसले चाहिँ समाजलाई पनि केही गरिराख्नु भएको छ, म्युजिकको फिल्डमा पनि धेरै नै योगदान दिइराख्नु भएको छ, र साथसाथै चिकित्सा जुन पेसा छ त्यसमा पनि धेरै योगदान दिइराख्नु भएको छ. वेलकम बोथ अफ यु. थ्याङ्क यू सो मच फर बिङ हियर एट रेडियो नागरिक 96.5.
थ्याङ्क यू
किरण दाई,
थ्याङ्क यू फर इन्भाइटिङ.
तपाईँको चाहिँ मैले डेट लिन खोजिरहेको थिएँ, धेरै भयो होइन, धन्न मौका जुर्यो. सुमन दाईको पनि थ्याङ्क यू सो मच सुमन दाई. बाई द वे सुमन दाई इज अ डक्टर होइन, सो तपाईँको बारे केही भनिदिनु सुमन दाई प्लिज.
सो मेरो बारेमा वेल आई एम अ आई डक्टर.
हजुर.
तर आई हेभ डन माई स्पेसलिटी इन ग्लकोमा भन्ने एउटा रोग, एज वेल एज आई एम अल्सो पिएचडी. अनि बट एन्ड आई बिन वर्किङ इन तिलगङ्गा फर मोर देन 20 years नाउ.
हजुर.
तर music came before all of this did. So you sanedehi I was very much the music was in me, so I was wanting to become a musician. Tara त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ म्युजिकले के you can't earn a living etc. त्यस्तो पनि भएको भएर चाहिँ अनि for whatever reasons I became a doctor. So now I've been able to over the years blend both of them together.
So does life seem more fulfilling now at this age?
Absolutely.
सो कस्तो फिल हुँदो रहेछ? पहिला चाहिँ अब जुन कुरो गर्न चाहेको त्यो चाहिँ नहुँदै पनि यु स्टार्टेड आउट विथ द प्रोफेसन एन्ड देन यु वान्टेड टु गो विथ यर प्यासन. हाउ डज द्याट जर्नी फिल लाइक?
सो द प्यासन वाज अलवेज देयर. अनि मेडिसिन पढेपछि पनि कसैको प्रेसर थिएन, बट मेरो मनमा चाहिँ वाट वाज क्लोजेस्ट टु माई हार्ट अपार्ट फ्रम म्युजिक भनेपछि आई थट वाज humanity, humanitarian work. And त्यो गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ I thought maybe the best thing would be is to become a doctor. So संजोगले डक्टर पनि बन्यो. तर when I became a doctor and graduated, I actually quit medicine to play music.
Okay.
So I said to my parents, I'm going to the States. म जसरी भए पनि म अमेरिका जान्छु. I want to study music भन्दाखेरि अनि त्यसपछि I don't know के भयो, अनि I was playing with a band. We released an album. And my medical friends were working in Beer Hospital at that time, and they told me, "Hey, Suman, I said, I'll get we already done." So again, I went back and I thought, okay, let me choose a profession that will, make me play more music. That's how I got into ophthalmology, not realizing that how much work it would do. Saying the kind of work that is being done through my profession and the music that we create and we play is like beautiful.
So anything can be pulled off looking at you.
Oh well, yeah, I think so.
All you need to do is balance with time and
balance,
life.
And I think if you have the heart in the right place, I think then things will unfold.
All right. So Kiran dai,
yes.
So तपाईलाई चाहिँ अब वर्ल्ड टुरहरु पनि गरिराख्नु भएको छ, यता उता सबै ठाउँ पुगिराख्नु भएको छ. What is the feeling like? सबै कल्चरहरु देख्दाखेरि with the kind of music that you're doing, you're getting the music everywhere, सारङ्गी लिएर. So आफ्नो मूल जुन छ सारङ्गी, यसलाई चाहिँ डिफरेन्ट पार्ट अफ द वर्ल्डमा लाँदाखेरि चाहिँ कस्तो खालको रियाक्सन्स आउँछ? मान्छेले के हो भनेर सोच्छन् कि लाइक दिस साउन्ड इज अमेजिङ भनेर सोच्छन् कि व्हाट इज इट लाइक?
No matter where I go,
हजुर,
the instrument that I play sarangi, one thing is very common. Everyone says that तपाईले चाहिँ नेपाल ल्याउनु भएको छ, the sound of Nepal. नेपाली दाजुभाइहरूलाई त दे रिजेम्बल इन्टायरली नेपाली कल्चर नेपालमै पुगेको जस्तो हुन्छ. साथसाथै विदेशीहरूको लागि बजाउँदाखेरि चाहिँ दे टेल अस द्याट यु हेभ मेड अस भिजुअलाइज हाउ इज नेपाल भन्नुहुन्छ. सो इट्स लाइक बेसिकली टेकिङ अ कल्चर वर्ल्ड वाइड एन्ड मेकिङ इट मोर पपुलर. किनभने वेस्टर्न वर्ल्डमा इफ यु टक अबाउट साउथ एसिया विल बी आइदर चाइना अर इन्डिया. सो त्यसको बिचमा पनि एउटा म्युजिकको थ्रुबाट चाहिँ सानो इन्ट्रोडक्सन चाहिँ दिन सकेको जस्तो लाग्छ.
अनि किरण दाइलाई चाहिँ एउटा कुरा सोध्नु मन थियो मलाई है. सो सारङ्गी भनेर चाहिँ किन योभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ जुन रूपले तपाईँले लानुभयो त्यो रूपले अरूहरूलाई लान नआएको हो कि कसैले कमर्सियल तरिकामा लान नआएको हो कि नो हाउ नै नभएको हो कि वाट डु यु थिङ्क वाज द void?
For a long time the instrument was stagnant. भनेको मतलब चाहिँ we all need evolution. जस्तै पहिला हामी ल्यान्डलाइन फोन चलाउँथ्यौँ, त्यसपछि मोबाइल आयो, सबैलाई मोबाइल चाहियो. अब नोकिया थियो, नोकियाले पुगेन, अब हुँदा आइफोनसम्म पुगिसक्यो. So there's an evolution in the world. तर सारङ्गी was stagnant back there. लोक बाजा त्यो गाउँमै घुमेर हिँड्ने बाजा, त्यो बसेरै स्याड धुन बजाउने बाजा भन्ने कन्सेप्टलाई अलिकति चेन्ज गरेर, because I've been playing guitar for last since 17-18 years.
You actually started with guitar, right?
Yes, I started off with guitar. So त्यसले गर्दा पनि मलाई it backed me up to do a lot of things. The best thing is experimentation and evolution. So that's what I'm trying. त्यसले गर्दाखेरि पनि होला सायद a lot of people have shown interest because त्यो यतिकै बसिरहेको कुरा अहिले एकैचोटि आउँदाखेरि everyone started following it and they want to be something like that भन्ने कुरामा चाहिँ everyone is following. So
तपाईले चाहिँ त्यो जुन इनिसिएसन छ प्रोजेक्ट सारङ्गीको थ्रुबाट लानुभयो. Now talking about Blue Freight, how did this collaboration actually happen?
Interestingly, the band is named after the music room called the Blue Freight room. So त्यहाँ गएर चाहिँ अनि all musicians got together, then we said, let's call ourselves the Blue. It's an English name, होइन. तर यो के भयो भन्दाखेरि किरण र मेरो चाहिँ we've known each other since many years, होइन. And at that time he was playing the guitar, होइन. And then
that was really long back.
Yeah, I was singing. So he was singing. He was playing the guitar for one of the songs that I was singing, and त्यसरी भेट भयो. And at the same time, मलाई चाहिँ के भयो भने through some of the work that I was doing, I work. So he took me to Jiri. So Jiri जाँदाखेरि I was really in love with the nature, with the trees, and with
What
the
year
sky.
was this?
This was about just 2 years ago. 2-3 years ago.
Was this your first time in Jiri?
It was my first time. It was my first time in
Nepalको Switzerland भन्छन्. Like, did you have the same impression कि के थियो?
Well,
because when I went there, I don't want to offend anyone, but कसैले एकदमै exaggerate गरे जस्तो मलाई feel भयो.
I agree with you. त्यो चाहिँ के भन्दाखेरि नेपालको स्विट्जरल्यान्ड भनेको कारण चाहिँ त्यहाँ स्विसहरू आएर they made that valley. त्यो भएको भएर नेपालको स्विट्जरल्यान्ड. Of course there are much more beautiful places compared to Jiri in Nepal. तर त्यो स्विट्जरल्यान्ड भन्ने नाम because there is animal farm, there is a cheese factory, अनि there are like pine trees grown all
considering the socio-economic factors जस्तो भयो.
Right. त्यो भएको भएर so when he took me there, then I was like feeling at home and I had more time to myself. Then I started writing songs, creating music. And त्यसपछि गर्दाखेरि and when I started writing songs, and I thought, then I could hear the sound of a sarangi. And I said, then Kiranलाई त बोलाउनै पर्यो. Then I could hear the sound of a flute. अनि त्यो गर्नु पर्यो. And at the same time I thought, let's have a band. अनि let's play music. But at the same time, not have a role of a lead guitar. I'm a typical lead guitar. So not that I'm against the the lead guitar playing because I was in a blues band before. तर चाहिँ एउटा नयाँ केही गरौँ भनेर, and then there were musicians I played with earlier through Rusty Nails, etc. So उनीहरुसित भेट भयो, and then we just got together and started playing all our original tunes.
I think now is the right time for me to be requesting you to get started. तपाईहरु दुवैजनालाई like, so are we ready for it?
Yeah, sure. Yep.
So let's hit it. I'll say let's get this studio mesmerized with all the vibes of sound that you guys have created.
So this song is called Moment in Jiri. This is written in Jiri. So it was just one evening I was just sitting there, and then when the creation just happens, it just happens, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen at all. So this is a song called Moment in Jiri. When I'm lying alone in my bed, there's a song that reminds me of you. I don't expect you to understand the way I'm loving you. Every single day, with every word you say, all your simple ways takes my breath away. If time could only mend a broken heart, I wouldn't have to say I need you. Every single day, with every word you say, all your simple ways takes my breath away. If time could only mend a broken heart, I wouldn't have to say I need you. And I'm lying alone in my bed, and here's a song that reminds me of you. I don't expect you to understand the way I'm loving you.
Wow. I mean, I'm actually so amazed, that I put this headphone at the right time. Okay?
Right.
Not that usually my interview and today I gave this, I mean, like the sound, I mean, I just felt like I was in the mountains and, listening to things. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that wonderful number. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Such
Jay.
soulful number. Alright guys, welcome back to Radio Nagarik 96.5. Well, if you've just missed the first part of the show, well, you've missed a ton of it. Believe me, you missed a ton of it, right? So, well, tell your friends to tune into Radio Nagarik 96.5 if you've just tuned in. Share the video on YouTube, on your social media. Here we have Dr. Suman Thapa and Mr. Kiran Nepali, and they are from Project Sarangi as well as Blue Fret, right? Mr. Kiran Nepali is associated with Project Sarangi, whereas both of these gentlemen here are associated with the Blue Fret, होइन? So मलाई चाहिँ अहिले तपाईले जुन यो A Moment in Sea जुन गीत छ, I feel like you actually felt the notion, felt the emotions, and this song came up like that.
Right.
Is it the backstory मा चाहिँ त्यस्तै हो? What is the backstory like?
All the songs that are written is written with a story behind it. It's not just for the sake of
I mean, like, not just story, but you felt it.
Yeah.
You felt the inner core of the story.
Well, I'm glad you
केही
feel that.
परेकै छ जस्तो के?
अब गीतको सबै कुरा भन्नु हुँदैन.
Oh, wow. भनेपछि अलिकति इमोसनल साइड चाहिँ हुन्छ है कुनै
Definitely.
सङ्गीत रचना गर्दाखेरि.
हुन्छ. सो कुनै पनि क्रिएसनमा देयर सुड बी अ फिल, देयर सुड बी स्टोरी.
हजुर.
मलाई चाहिँ त्यस्तो लाग्छ. इभन इफ आई प्ले जस्ट अ ट्युन, आई ट्राई टु पुट अप अ स्टोरी or back of my mind there is something
हजुर.
that's playing the role of for that melody अनि त्यस्तै गरी इमोसनहरू. So that really makes music sound different जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई. So obviously every music and song have a sensible story.
सो मलाई चाहिँ एउटा कुरा सोध्नु मन लाग्यो तपाईँहरू दुईजनालाई नि. म चाहिँ डक्टर सुमनसँग सोध्न चाहन्छु किनकि दिस क्वेसन प्रोबब्ली किरण दाइले चाहिँ धेरै नै फेस गरिसक्नुभयो होला. Are we competing against the Western instruments as well? Are we competing or are we trying to collaborate?
Oh, never competing. Never competing.
So like म्युजिकमा पनि कम्पिटिसन भन्ने कुरा हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ. लाइक जनरमा तपाईँहरूलाई द्याट you've been into the music scene for the longest of time, you've been working with the aces of people. So do you feel like genresहरूमा पनि is there a survival हुनुलाई चाहिँ केही छ त्यस्तो हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ तपाईँलाई?
So I wouldn't have so much experience to really tell you, and what I say may not be accurate. But as a musician, I feel it comes from the heart. And there are musicians who are musicians because they love being musicians. There are musicians who become musicians with a lot of training and with a lot of, and there are people who want to do music, but they are never able to do it. So I think that's where the differences are.
Okay.
So people who are very naturally talented, I think they are the people who also they get a more outlet because it comes very naturally to them. So सुन्ने मान्छेले पनि बुझ्छ, म्युजिक खेल्ने मान्छेले पनि बुझ्छ. So musiciansहरू भित्र पनि they are able to say, okay, this person is natural, he's got a gift, this person is very well trained, whatever. And at the end of the day also it's all these opportunities, you know, because there are so many musicians in Nepal that have never been heard, that have never had the chance to come. I mean, we still are very privileged, you know, to be able to speak in English, to be able to, you know, think. So I think it's full of that. Regarding the Western music, I think the time has come because, of course, the guitar is a beautiful instrument. That's why so many people want to play it. Because you can write songs, you can compose, it looks beautiful on you, and it's charming. And at the same time, when you look at the sarangi, it is really beautiful. अनि यो दुईटाको साउन्ड कोलाबोरेट गर्नको लागि आई थिङ्क वी आर एट एन एडभान्टेज किनभने वेस्टर्न सोसाइटीमा चाहिँ त्यो आई थिङ्क द लिमिटेसन इज देयर द पियानोलाई हेज गन अप टु द्याट लेभल होइन द गिटार हेज गन अप टु द नेक्स्ट लेभल भनौँ न ज्याज तर दिस काइन्ड अफ कोलाबोरेसन बिट्विन हाम्रो नेपाली एथनिक इन्स्ट्रुमेन्ट्स एन्ड फर इक्जाम्पल द फ्लुट अल्सो एन्ड सो गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ आई थिङ्क वी आर एट अ very nice platform where we can project our in Nepali as well as English songs in maybe the Western style, also Nepali pun to that. So sometimes that word fusion, fusion means it's complex. But when it's fusion, but it's blended in a different way where you can't actually make out that fusion, you know. So I think we are working on that platform.
Right. So naturally. What do you think? What do you feel?
So म कम्पिटिसन चाहिँ भन्दिनँ बेसिकली इट्स अ कोलाबोरेसन तर वी आर जस्ट ब्रेकिङ द माइन्ड सेट अफ द पिपल जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई जस्तै फर सेन्चुरिज सारङ्गीको मात्र कुरा गर्दैन अरू नेपाली भाषाको पनि इट हेज बिन लिमिटेड आइदर इन अ कम्युनल सोसाइटी or certain group of people. So for example, sarangi was being played by Gandharvas for like centuries. म पनि गन्धर्वै हो तर unless and until we break this barrier र हामी सारङ्गी नेपालीको बाजा भन्दैनौँ यसको एभोल्युसन हुँदैन किनभने 100 जनाले बाजा बजाएर केही हुँदैन. So for example, guitar, there are millions of people playing guitar. That's why there's innovation. नयाँ technology त्यसमा आउँछ. त्यसै गरी सारङ्गी पनि for example, if thousands of Nepali people play it, then नयाँ creativity हुन्छ, collaboration हुन्छ, and slowly this instrument comes to an introduction to the world. So त्यो collaboration चाहिँ better हो र कसैलाई पनि पहिला थाहै थिएन कि सारङ्गी could be played in jazz, blues, R&B, any genre of music. मान्छेको कन्सेप्टमा सारङ्गी भनेकै त्यो कि दुःखको गीत कि रेशम फिरिरी कि बाँझो खेतमा त्यो एउटा कन्सेप्ट थियो नि त्यसलाई अलिकति चेन्ज गरेर इफ यु स्टार्ट प्लेइङ इन एनी जनरज अर एनी पपुलर सङ्ग्स लाइक वेन वी गो टु स्कुल्स फर स्कुल प्रोजेक्ट्स इभन द प्रिन्सिपल आर स्पेक्टिकल के गर्दैछ यिनीहरूले फेरि यो नेपाली लोकगीत बजाउने हो कि भन्ने हुन्छ बट वेन वी गो देयर वी प्ले द भेरी पपुलर पप सङ्ग्स अर यु नो अहिले चलेको गानाहरू द टिचर्स आर सरप्राइज यस्तो पनि हुन्छ भनेर and the children are motivated and inspired. Wow, यस्तो पनि हुँदो रहेछ नि.
So did you expected this to happen? तपाईं जब when you go out there and you know जसरी सारङ्गीले तपाईले अप्रोच गर्नुहुन्छ र जसरी तपाईले चाहिँ वर्ल्ड अथवा भनौं सोसाइटीले सारङ्गीलाई जसरी अप्रोच गर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ. Do you have this expectation? यस्तो चाहिँ पहिला हुन्छ you'll be hit by this kind of stereotypes भनेर.
I tried to change the concept of the people. But I was not sure. I put my life into this. So it was like do or die को सिचुएसन थियो when I started playing. There was मान्छेले ए सारङ्गी बजाउने मान्छे पो रहेछ भन्ने कन्सेप्टमा अहिले चाहिँ त्यही मान्छेले मेरो छोराछोरीलाई पनि सारङ्गी सिकाउँछु भन्ने चाहिँ इट्स अ लङ वे एन्ड इट टुक मी अ लट अफ धेरै काम गर्नु पर्यो यसलाई त्यो माइन्ड सेट चेन्ज गर्नु. सो त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ आई डिडन्ट एक्सपेक्टेड दिस विल चेन्ज बट मैले सारङ्गी बजाएको कारण यति मात्रै थियो कि देयर वाज नो वान टु प्ले सारङ्गी आफ्टर माई फादर. So म पछि त मेरो जेनेरेसनको सारङ्गी नै मर्थ्यो नि त. So
you took that responsibility onto you to get that legacy going.
Legacy त गोइङ गर्नु पर्यो because I was doing much more better पहिला चाहिँ पहिलाको कन्टेक्स्टमा with guitar because I was performing 7 days a week. अनि every day lot of shows.
Was it hard for that transition to happen?
It was किनभने एउटा राम्रो कमाइरहेको मान्छेले to leave everything and start earning 2,500 rupees per month just playing sarangi.
That was a struggle. That was a real struggle.
Yeah, and then कति मान्छेले त किन बजारेको सारङ्गी तैँले यस्तो राम्रो गिटार बजाएर मान्छे त्यो बेकारमा तल सबैले हेप्छ त्यो कन्सेप्टलाई त्यो स्टेरियोटाइपलाई ब्रेक गरेर चाहिँ नाउ आइम हियर सो अहिले प्रेजेन्टेसनमा पनि फरक पर्छ इफ आई वाज प्लेइङ पहिलाकै स्टाइलमा पहिलाकै त्यो ट्रेडिसनल स्टाइलमा बजाएको भए त्यो मेचमै बसेर बजाएको भए त्यो पनि त्यही एउटा खोलामा बगिरहेको हुन्थ्यो होला बट आई ट्राई टु डिग अप अ न्यू स्ट्रिम चेन्जिङ होल हेर्ने सेटअपदेखि लिएर स्ट्यान्डिङ एन्ड पुटिङ अल लट अफ साउन्ड इफेक्ट्स एक्सपेरिमेन्टिङ विथ डिफ्रेन्ट ब्यान्ड्स त्यसले गर्दाखेरि नि द माइन्ड सेट हेज चेन्ज
सो डक्टर सुमनलाई चाहिँ मैले फेरि एउटा क्वेसन सोध्न चाहेँ अब क्वेसन नै हो होइन सबै कुराहरू सो डक्टर सुमन तपाईँलाई चाहिँ वेन यु ह्याड दिस इनिसियल इम्प्रेसन अफ सारङ्गी इन यर लाइफ होइन त्यो जुन धेरै अगाडि थियो होइन त्यति बेला कस्तो थियो समाज कस्तो थियो सारङ्गीको धुनलाई कसरी लिइन्थ्यो अथवा भनौँ न यो बाजा जुन यो जनर छ फोक जनर यसलाई कसरी लिइन्थ्यो त्यो बेला
मैले सारङ्गी पहिले सुनेको भनेको वेन आई वाज अ चाइल्ड अनि त्यति बेला चाहिँ अनि बाहिरबाट गाइनेहरू आएर गाउने अनि त्यसपछि एन्ड सबैजनाले के भन्थ्यो भने त्यो वाज द्याट स्टिकमा चाहिँ त्यहाँ नजानु भन्थ्यो बट आई युज टु अलवेज गो बिकज आई युज टु लभ द मेलो साउन्ड किनभने मलाई चाहिँ माई म्युजिक इज मोर इमोसनल मोर मेलो अनि आई युज टु लभ द साउन्ड त्यसपछि अनि देन in fact I also got a tutor to teach me how to play sarangi.
Wow, okay.
So one of the Gandharvas and he came and he taught me how to play sarangi and I started playing the sarangi but I realized that well the folk git huncha ni
हजुर
अब folk त आउँदैन नि आफूलाई अब मलाई त त्यो नेचुरली आउँदैन त्यो folk बनाउने तिनै so I realized it wasn't my cup of tea okay? But of course I was already playing the guitar
and having said that it made it more priceless
so and त्यो के भयो भन्दा so this wasn't too far back मैले सारङ्गी गरेको maybe about 8 years जति अगाडि जति होला अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ and then it was a closed chapter I got this sarangi I hung it on my wall and that was the end of it but it was only after I started writing my songs
that I knew realized
that I need a sarangi player
a
good sarangi versatile sarangi player and I knew Kiran was doing this amazing work
so the impression of the people playing it around your locality had made an impression on you that yes 100%. The importance of this musical instrument is such that
मलाई त्यो इम्पोर्टेन्स भन्दा पनि I just love the sound of it मलाई त्यति बेला त्यो इम्पोर्टेन्स पनि थाहा थिएन मलाई त्यो कस्तो मान्छेले खेल्थ्यो त्यो सानो हुँदाखेरि केही पनि थाहा थिएन but that sound was embedded in my head and I loved the sound and I knew that अब violin को sound भन्दा पनि I like the sound of sarangi much better it's more mellow and the other instrument that I really love is the sarod because I find it like the blues तर चाहिँ then I knew the sarangi had to come into my creation जसरी भए पनि सारङ्गी ल्याउनु पर्छ भने so now we have a band of 6 members and without the sarangi the band is imbalanced completely sometimes we don't have they may not have me as a guitarist तर piano ले cover गरिदिन्छ but the sarangi
has become an integral
absolutely
the front face of the band the blue fret
so and that's how it also actually in a more commercial point of view when the sarangi comes on the band it gives the band a different look it makes it look more sexy and you're right out there
with that touch of elegance
in other ways it's just like guitar drums bass and then
the regular thing what is
comes up everyone says what the what's this instrument
so अब चाहिँ हामीहरू फेरि yet another musical journey मा जाने छ नि we are trying to get there so would you like to play us something one more time
yeah sure why not
so Nepali git हो
Nepali git
okay Nepali git the blue fret right
yeah and I think people need to know about the story of the song
all right so the story of the song is so I wrote this song about I think about around 10 or 11 years ago and it was a time when my father was terminally ill and I put myself in my father's shoe so and I thought it's a love song that what he would want to say to my mother because he knew that he was like there was only a few days left for him so that's the song so it's called Baki Din So when you're with the band, you're usually playing all the, sequence. So maybe
Missing that part.
मेरो मनको पीडा कसैलाई नभन डर लाग्छ यो संसार देखेर जीवनको यो मोडमा आएर बुझ्न थाले मैले समयको अर्थ माया एक फेर हाँसिदेऊ सम्झेर बितेका दिनहरू शब्द मसँग छैन तिम्रो मन बुझाउन झुक्नु पर्दो रहेछ मानिस सबैले हिँड्नु पर्दो रहेछ त्यो एउटै बाटो सूर्य किरणको उज्यालोले आँखामा बादल अब मेरो रहेन मुहार तिम्रो नै देख्छु हाँसो तिम्रो नै पाउँछु ए भन तिम्रो मनको कुरा सुन्न म चाहन्छु यी ताराहरू बल्छन् रातभरिलाई आजको यो रात रहन्न सधैँलाई मेरो मन जल्छ मात्रै तिमीलाई आउने जीवनमा र बाँकी दिनलाई आउने जीवनमा र बाँकी दिनलाई
Well, there's so much happening in Radio Nagarik 96.5. Well, spiritually, and when you hear it out, well, yes, I'm talking about the music that we've been doing here with Dr. Suman and Mr. Kiran Nepali here, and I'm like out of my mind. I'm losing out on words, like I'm feeling emotions in me, like after a long time, like it's like there's no butterfly in my stomach right now. There are butterflies in my heart right now. That is what I felt. You've been so much heavily influenced by the blues, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is the reason that you've been so much influenced, or you're actually a little bit attracted towards this genre, alikati?
So it started off with more when you're a child, it starts off with more the popular music like the Beatles and etc. But as you like enjoy singing, then the blues had all the all the emotion involved, and then it was a little bit of jazz also, and then I listened to a lot of all the female jazz vocalists, like for example Aretha Franklin and Ella Fitzgerald and Nina Simone and lately Amy Winehouse. But as we keep singing and realize that, in the end of the day, is that if you keep yourself to just one genre, then you kind of, and that was my stagnating point also. Then I said, okay, I've done a lot of the blues, so let me just, like try everything, I've had an influence of rock, pop, blues. So let's try writing some, song. So now it's the music that we play with the band now, it covers blues, it covers jazz, it covers just pop maybe, and all of that. So and it's got a little bit of character because even with challenges, we face everyday challenges like, as we get older, is our voice going to deteriorate? Are we going to look as good as what we are now or maybe not? But then everything is characterization. Okay. So with all the experience that comes in your voice of singing and all those cracks on your voices, they're just part of you. So that's what it makes it beautiful. So if you keep having these very high targets and says, and this is the way I want to be, this it's good, but after some time that can be push you down. So you just take it as it comes.
Today I feel like I've matured in terms of music. Music sunda.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I think I've something like hit me like really hard. I'm just not just saying it for just to say it, but I like the kind of the melody that the sarangi has and the kind of fusion that you guys have made with the music. I mean, I wish there were like a lot of people in here who felt what I'm feeling right now. So, yesto state ma pugdakheri, do you feel like you've attended like Nirvana? Have you ever felt like you've attended like that?
I don't think there's certain point called Nirvana, because Nirvana is a point where you stop thinking what you want to achieve in life. Because I think human is a very dissatisfied creature.
It's always wanting something more.
Yeah, and I think that's important because it'll help you go ahead in life. I dreamt about being a sarangi player when I started, and I was a sarangi player. Now my dream is to take this sarangi to millions of people. So dream keeps on going, So and this thing keeps me going and going and going. There's no stop, and this is my passion. I never felt this is my work.
Right.
So I'm never tired. I start working from 7 a.m. I'm like, sometime I'm out like 11, 12. It doesn't matter.
Right.
And I enjoy my work. And I think that's the reason I don't feel I'm getting older.
So you're actually getting younger though. So, मलाई चाहिँ डाक्टर सुमनसँग चाहिँ एउटा अर्को कुरा सोध्न मन लागेको, तपाईँले अप्थोमोलोजी लिनुभयो and then you ventured into music, and now you're mixing these professions into giving back, something to the society.
Right.
So, how did you think of this, and how did it all get executed?
So music was the saving grace. Even when I was doing my postgraduate studies, I was really not interested in that whole, the thing, for whatever reason. It was a great profession, everything. When you don't have your heart into something, then it doesn't, for me, it doesn't work. It's simple. It's just not like, I can't do things lightly in life. When I'm into it, otherwise I'm not, I don't do it at all. So when I was a postgraduate student in South India, we were coming close to exams, and we had to, the medical studies are really hard, and we thought, why am I doing this with life? You
started questioning yourself.
And then then we formed a band. There was a band, and then I said, okay, guys, I think we should play music and raise some money for the blind. Let's start a fund here in our university through music. And then when that really actually materialized, then I said, hey, man, I think I got an extra, gift. Maybe I can do this really seriously. That was the time. That was in 1998. That was the time when we first fundraised. And I said, wow, this really works. Then I came back with renewed spirit, saying that, okay, there's music to help
New
me.
purpose to your life.
To the entire thing. And luckily, when I joined Tilganga, I had that opportunity to travel throughout the country to see what really is in Nepalko Kuna Kapsama. So people who are actually going blind from cataract, which could be easily cured by a simple surgery. So, and I was empowered to do that through all the teachings that I had, from my medical profession and the institution that I belong to. So when I operated on a lady and she was able to see, and she hadn't seen her grandchild for 6 months, who was newly born, and there was a lot of more. Then I said, okay, I'm in the right profession. Then I started taking it more seriously and started, and now through our group, our music, we play a lot of charity fundraisers. So we have concerts otherwise also, but annually we play music to generate money for this charity called Ek Ek Paila.
Awesome.
So Ek Ek Paila was founded during the time of the earthquake by like-minded friends to provide free health service. Not only the entire thing. Why don't we go there, stay for 6-7 days, set up a hospital, and buy the best of doctors, and why don't we give them service?
Right.
And let's start raising funds through our Nepalese people. Why do we have to look outside our country? And because sometimes, most of the time, what happens is when we receive money, we humbly receive money, they give us to, and we are fortunate in that. But many a times, their work is so much more shown, and so much more money comes there than actually the money trickling into the organization that is doing the groundwork. So we said we have to raise money. So that was our thing. So we have a lot of Nepali donors who donate money for the cause. And as part of the awareness program, as part of fundraising, we play music as a band together. So we said, okay, this concert is for Dolpa. So we had a concert in Moksha for Dolpa in November. And we raised about almost like 800,000 rupees.
Wow.
In one night.
Massive.
So people were donating money. So it can happen.
Yeah.
And the music was good. We were really releasing our new album.
No doubt on that.
Yeah.
No doubt on that.
And then the cause was great, and then it all kind of blended together.
All right.
And we had a lot of friends supporting the event.
Alright guys, if you've just tuned into Radio Nagarik 96.5, I suggest you to go through, the first minute of the show, and you will actually understand yourself better with the kind of music that's happening here, the kind of talks that's happening here. Well, it's not the regular kind of show that I'm used to, and definitely I'm actually fortunate that I've invited this distinguished gentleman here who've been contributing to the society, who've been contributing to music, and yes, rightly so, who've been inspiring a lot of youths in their own professions and everywhere they are. So I welcome you again, Dr. Suman and Mr. Kiran ji. सन्चै हुनुहुन्छ तपाईँ?
हजुर ठिकै छु अहिले
मलाई तपाईको किरण दाइसँग चाहिँ मलाई कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ एकदमै आई जस्ट फिल एकदम रमाइलो के म कहिलेकाहीँ मात्र भेट्छु उहाँसँग तर जुन बेला भेट्छु एकदमै रमाइलो हुन्छ अहिलेसम्म म उहाँसँग 4-5 चोटि भेट भएको छ र हरेक चोटि चाहिँ आई जस्ट फिल लाइक हि इज अ फन गाई एकदम बवाल के म्युजिक हुने बेला एकदमै म्युजिक रमाइलो गर्ने बेला एकदमै रमाइलो सो मलाई चाहिँ एउटा सोध्नु मन लागेको किरण दाइसँग यो जुन तपाईँ हरेक म्युजिसियन्सहरूसँग तपाईँ कोलाबोरेट गर्नुहुन्छ नि हाउ हार्ड इज इट टु गेट द्याट राइट फ्रेम अफ माइन्ड के कहिले डिजेसँग कहिले ब्लुज कहिले ज्याज कहिले इन्स्ट्रुमेन्टल कहिले फोक यो चेन्ज अफ माइन्ड चाहिँ कसरी तपाईँले सम्हाल्नुहुन्छ आफूले आफूलाई
मेरो लागि म्युजिक भनेको चाहिँ डिरेक्सन इम्प्रेसन जस्तो लाग्छ र हाउ यु प्रेजेन्ट यर सेल्फ इन द्याट सर्कमस्टान्सेस जस्तो लाग्छ कि आई लाइक च्यालेन्जेस सो नयाँ म्युजिकसँग गर्दाखेरि फर्स्ट थिङ इट इनर्जाइज मी एक्साइट्स मी एन्ड वान्टिङ मी टु डु समथिङ न्यू अनि सारङ्गी मलाई हेरेर बजाउने मान्छेहरू पनि धेरै हुनुहुन्छ सो आई निड टु बी गिभिङ देम डिरेक्सन्स नट ओन्ली होइन सारङ्गी भनेको नेपाली बाजासँग मात्र बज्नुपर्छ होइन किनभने इट हेज बिग पोटेन्सियल देयर क्यान बी नेक्स्ट सारङ्गी प्लेयर विल बी प्लेइङ अन ज्याज or one sarangi player coming up and playing in blues or folk or whatever, you know. So at least मैले एउटा सानो बाटो मात्र देखाइदियो भने lot of people can follow that footstep. किनभने we need that change. र मैले त एउटा सानो आगोमा त बालेको भनौँ न, or maybe एउटा यस्तो बिहामा त रोपेको, त्यो रुख त बिस्तारै आउँछ नि त. So I think giving them directions to a lot of people, अनि मलाई पनि आफैलाई एउटा self satisfaction यो उमेरमा नगरे कहिले गर्ने त हैन. So just trying to manage my energy in different places. And I love collaborating, playing with new artists, new people. मेरो लागि पनि it's a big learning जस्तो लाग्छ.
One genre that you said, okay, yes, this genre अहिलेसम्म चाहिँ जतिजनासँग कोलाबोरेट गर्नुभयो यो genre चाहिँ एकदमै मलाई मन पर्यो भन्ने कुनै छ? यो टेस्ट चाहिँ मलाई मन पर्यो भने जस्तो.
Mostly blues.
Blues.
And then
and the reason being?
Expression of yourself.
Okay.
Because you're free to express. You can do whatever you want to do on that certain baseline, and want to experiment more, because there are a lot of limitations on different music. The chord change, progression here and there, but blues is something that you can express, explore the entire zone and then again come back to the same bass type. I like blues and the mellow thing and experimentation. I experiment with guitars, sometimes folk instruments, whatever it comes. I do covers. I do.
So you're open to open to anything that
any genre
can
music.
actually do justice to what your objectives are.
Yes.
Right. So Dr. Suman लाई चाहिँ मैले एउटा अर्को क्वेसन सोध्न चाहे. तपाईलाई जब तपाई गाउँघरमा गएर यो जम्मै छ नि सेवा दिनुहुन्छ, सेवा प्रदान गर्नुहुन्छ अनि म्युजिकको थ्रुबाट जुन यो जमर्को भइरहेछ, how do you find it like when music artists actually struggle to make money and their living in today's times as well? त्यति बेला चाहिँ तपाईलाई कस्तो फिल हुन्छ एज अ म्युजिशियन हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ?
I feel terrible, to be honest. But I guess this is the whole scenario all over the world. There are some artists that really make it, may it be drama, may it be painting, may it be music. So the competition is really there. तर अब हामीले नेपालकोमा हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब नेपालमा चाहिँ कति म्युजिशियन्सहरू ती गाउँघरमा अब अस्ति I was एउटा सानो केटाले आएर यस्तरी गीत गायो, ब्युटिफुल भोइस हैन. अब how to tap him, how to that channelize गर्न, I think it's but the scene is, I think, universal in many places. The Nepal, of course, is much more harder than what it should be.
So how do you see yourself or the Blue Frets doing in the next couple of years? What is your agenda for 2019? तपाईहरुको? Is there any like concrete agendas or like gigहरु गरेर यस्तो गर्ने छ केही छ?
So there never was an agenda. But
will there be one?
I don't know. Our main agenda is to play music, together. That's where we get our ekachin, that nirvana ko jun question. So when us musicians, we play together, and there is sometimes we get to a point where we're in sync with each other so much in music. I think maybe that is some starting point of a nirvana for us at that moment, So no agendas, but a big agenda is that to play music to raise a lot of funds for providing medical help. त्यो चाहिँ agenda will always be there, through music. So त्यो छ, but creativity, writing songs, maybe making another album, playing in small venues, doesn't have to be a big thing to playing in small venues. Even if there are like 10 people who are sitting and listening to music, that is also like, it satisfies us.
It's a small gig, but with a big impact.
Big impact.
Big impact.
Yeah. Right? Because all the musicians in the band, they are phenomenal musicians in their own right, So they are playing with various bands and, and we're all lucky to be together with each other, even if it is for a small project. So no big dreams, but who knows? We'll walk the path and we'll see.
How are you so content? How are you guys so content? You've been doing so many things in life, and how are you guys so content? What keeps you so content? तपाईहरुलाई चाहिँ यस्तो satisfaction एकदम जुन अझै गरौँ भन्ने पनि छ, and then you're so content at the same time. यो balance कसरी मिलाउनु हुन्छ यो two extremes को?
I think it's all about passion, Jay. If you don't have passion, for example, if you're working on 9 to 5 office, तिमीलाई त्यही लाग्छ कि त्यो टाइम घडी हेर्दै त्यो कहिले सकिन्छ र बाहिर जाउँ भन्ने हुन्छ.
हजुर मैले पनि जब गरेर ट्राई गरेको थिएँ मलाई त्यस्तै भएको थियो.
So when you have a passion, there's satisfaction. Okay? No matter small achievement you get or bigger achievement you get, there's satisfaction. Because while we are performing, there might be, I perform for 70,000 people. I perform for 7 people. And I enjoy being on the stage, performing, you know, that energy, no matter it's 2 people or 20,000 or 45,000, doesn't matter. It's that satisfaction of performing. And I used to work at, I left music for a very good job. I used to work at an INGO. I left everything and then I started doing music. So that office never satisfied me. You know, it might have a good paycheck, but
it never felt it's worth it, right?
I never felt complete. But when I started playing sarangi, even the first concert, one random person came to me and said, like, you are meant to play sarangi, not guitar or any other word. That thing really touched me, and it's
the waking call when I asked him.
Yeah. He just came to me and said, like, you are meant to sarangi. I'm meant to play sarangi. I've never seen anyone play sarangi like that. And that was, I played sarangi after only 3 months of training, self-taught. So, and I performed. So, and then that was like really click point that made me think like, okay, I've been made for this thing, nothing else.
So how cool it is to belong to a family of Gandharva and have that instrument all throughout your ancestors.
Amazing.
And then you're part of it and you're taking it and you're breaking barriers and you're, you know, influencing people and in the right way to, you know, through music. I mean, I'm just so happy to be with Kiran.
I mean, like, I'm happy. The day I've met him, you know, since then, I'm actually, you know, thrilled that, you know, something, if you like really pursue, if that's your passion, it will work out one. I mean, you know, I've felt it meeting Kiran Dai.
Well, the reason behind starting Project Sarangi is that actually, because when I was playing Sarangi, I dreamt of playing Sarangi, I performed, I dreamt of traveling abroad, I traveled.
Yeah.
So what next? I think I was in Corsica or somewhere, I was looking at the instrument in this beautiful place and made me realize that, wow, I've got so many things out of this instrument. What have I given it back? So the only thing that I gave it back was Project Sarangi.
I think that is the initiation to it.
Yes.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Suman. Thank you so much, Kiran Dai, for being here at the studios. It was wonderful time spent, you know, taking out time from your busy schedules. You've been getting calls throughout and yet managing, you know, the interview with a smile on your face and, you know, with the guitar and, you know, with the voice. I mean, this is how, you know, you stay awake and you achieve your dreams, I guess. You know, dreams are meant to be, you know, just achieved waking up. I think that this is exactly, you know, this is what makes sense exactly. So I'd like you guys to, you know, just perform one last number for us and inspire us all. For all those people who've just tuned in, well, you know, this is the right time for you, I guess, you know, if not the least. Well, this is the Blue Freight, Dr. Suman Thapa and Mr. Kiran Nepali here at the studios of Radio Nagarik 96.5 with their mesmerizing music.
So the next song is called Don't Say Hello. It's about when two people have been in love and have been together for a long time, and for whatever reasons they move their own ways out. And after a long time they meet and they realize that still the love is never gone. You know, it's just that circumstances have made them go other places. So the song's name is Don't Say Hello. Don't say hello. You've been away too long. Don't say you need me, and I've been holding on too long. Don't you try to make it right. Don't say you want me. It's hard not to cry. Don't you dare say the words that I want to hear. You can see right through me, but I couldn't care. And at times like these, I try not to say I need you. At times like these, I try not to say I want you. Don't say hello. And you've been away too long. Don't say you need me. And I've been holding on too long. But don't you try to make it right. Don't say you want me. It's hard not to cry. And at times like these, I try not to say I need you. Oh, at times like these, oh, at times like these, I try not to say I love you. Don't say hello.
Wow. Thank you so much once again. Thank you so much, Dr. Suman. Thank you so much, Kiran Dai. Well, thank you so much for tuning into Radio Nagarik 96.5, everyone. I hope it was a treat. It was definitely a treat for me. One of those best experiences, well, since I've been in media, yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you so
remember
much.
for the longest of time this experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. Once again, keep tuned to Radio Nagarik 96.5. This is The Lounge. And yes, keep the music vibe alive.
Let's see it.